Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a Form 8K filing from 4D Molecular Therapeutics. It's not about groundbreaking financial results, but instead a look at their annual shareholder meeting where some important decisions were made. Don't worry, we'll keep it interesting even if it's about electing board members, because who doesn't love a good election even if it's for a molecular company? Before we dive in, if you like getting the important parts of corporate fillings and documents, make sure you're subscribed to our channel. We also have a Discord community for discussing this kind of fillings and reports, so links are in the description below. So this report talks about their annual meeting, which happened in June of 2025. It outlines what the shareholders voted on. The meeting itself was held online, which is pretty common these days. At the time, there were about 46 million shares of 4D Molecular Therapeutics stock, all able to vote. During the meeting, around 38.5 million shares were cast either in person or through a proxy for the proposals. Now, the proxy statement, which is like the rule book for the meeting and proposals, was filed with the SEC back in April if you want to read for yourself. First up was electing members to the board of directors. This part is important because the board makes big decisions for the company. Jacob Chacko, Susanna Gray got even more support with almost 32 million votes for and only around 348,000 votes withheld. Charles Theurer got around 27 million votes for and only around 348,000 votes withheld. Charles Theurer got around 27 million votes for and only around 348,000 votes withheld. Charles Theurer got around 27 million for each nominee. These directors will stay in office until the annual meeting in 2028. Broker non-votes just mean those brokers didn't vote. Next on the agenda was picking an accounting firm for the year. The shareholders voted to stick with PricewaterhouseCoopers LP for 2025. This is an important and pretty common thing to do, since they check the company's financial statements. This selection was overwhelmingly approved with almost 38.4 million votes for, around 81,000 votes against, and a little under 9,000 abstaining. Then there was an advisory vote on how the company pays its top executives, what they call named executive officers. This vote isn't binding, meaning the company doesn't have to change anything based on the result, but it's a way for shareholders to voice their opinion. In this case, shareholders approved the compensation with roughly 31.8 million voting for, about 94,000 against, and around 35,000 abstaining. There were also about 6.2 million broker non-votes again. Finally, the shareholders voted on how often they should get to give their opinion on executive pay, as in how often they should do the advisory vote, like the previous vote. They could choose every year, every 2 years, or every 3 years. It was decided that these votes should happen every year with about 32.1 million votes for every year. This is the most frequent option. There were very few votes for every 2 or 3 years, so it was clear what shareholders wanted. So what does this all mean? Well, 4D Molecular Therapeutics had its annual meeting and shareholders voted on some key topics. They picked board members, approved the accounting firm, and gave their opinion on executive pay. Importantly, these executive pay votes will happen once a year, giving shareholders a frequent opportunity to provide feedback on these issues. Looking at these results, it seems the company is stable. Shareholders generally agree with the direction of the company, but keep in mind, this report is mostly about the meeting itself, so it doesn't tell us much about the financials or the overall health of the business, just voting decisions. Alright, that's our breakdown of 4D Molecular Therapeutics' latest filing. What's your take on these decisions and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description too. Thanks for watching and see you next time.